It's notarized on June 2017. So,
7 days later.
yep. So it's,
Three
well,
days earlier.
the recording,
Earlier.
there's a lag on recording time. So it's notarized, then it's sent in, certified mail, then they record it. So there's some lag on that. That's okay. But this mortgage has been assigned. So I'm like, okay, fine. So then I go and I look at there's a substitution of trustee. That's in July. So a month later. And turn the page, and I'm like, wait a second here. So on the page, it's notarized on the same day by the same person. You seen that? So page 151 is my actual assignment of the deed of trust. This is from the bank changing it to another bank. And then, and it's notarized same day, same person. Substitution of trustee. When it goes to substitution of trustee, that says, hey, this person's not making their payments. We're going to substitute the trustee now for a foreclosing attorney. And so that's what they're doing. They're substituting it to, lo and behold, Quality Loan Service Corporation. Where have we seen that before? On this guy's house. When we're looking at Chase. They're the ones that are doing it for Chase. They're a foreclosure mill. This is all they do. So same day. So on the second page here, you'll notice that I have everyone is the same notary, same person signing, which is kind of crazy because Ashley Mays is the notary. Tiffany Chambers is the assistant vice president. The question that I have though is, if she's the one that is the assistant vice president, and this was assigned to another mortgage company, how come she's signing it? Let's go back and look at the document again. This is where it gets really, really crazy. Is the substitution of trustee.
Right? So, I'm sorry. The first document, the assignment of deed of trust, that goes from one bank to another.
Yep.
They're selling the debt.
Yep. So here's what happens. So we go to the assignment of the deed of trust. This is the original bank, the original lender. You can see there's a MERS information, there's a MERS MIN number and all that stuff. So everything was transferred electronically with MERS. Then we show up, and then Ditech now owns this loan, or they're the ones that are foreclosing. They're the ones that are the servicers of it. So I have this assignment of deed of trust, and when you actually read the document itself, let me see if I have it on this page. There you go. So on page 151, you're not going to know this if you don't know what you're looking for. So on page 151, guys.
So I'll re-record it. I'll look it up later.
Very first paragraph of read the very first paragraph after it says Ditech. It's getting the property.
All interest and rights accrued or to accrue under that certain deed of trust dated 8/18/2015, executed by Zachary Veroni and Brooke Veroni, husband and wife, as trustors to Chicago Title Company, as trustee and recorded as instrument number XXX on
Yeah.
8/26/2015 in book, whatever number.
Yeah.
Official records in the official county record of Sacramento, California.
So that's when Ditech took this over. Was that day. So what they're saying is like, oh yeah, it was assigned to us that day, and she's notarizing it when?
2 years later.
2 years later, man. They made this document up in order to justify their foreclosure.
Oh.
They don't have standing until they create this document that says, oh yeah, we have standing, Your Honor. This is our standing right here. Well, why was it executed on 2015 and then not notarized until 2017? We'll get back to you.
That's what happened in court.
We didn't go to court because of that.
He didn't realize it.
We didn't go that far. It was dismissed. I got a lien release. Not a lien release. They forgave the debt, the foreclosure debt. Only reason why this guy still has his house.
That guy you were talking about that didn't make payments.
Yeah. He's making payments out of the bank. They just released, move forward.
So he owns it for
No. The foreclosure proceedings stopped.
But how many foreclosures do we see where they don't even have this?
Dude, I don't know. So much fraud out there.
This is something
That's what I'm
that we
saying,
can
so
watch.
these guys like tried to cover their tracks, most guys don't even try to cover their tracks, right?
Like I said, in the future class, we're going to get into it. I'm going to show you some deep, deep, deep stuff. Like robo-signing, all kinds of stuff.
Wow. Wow.
I have, yeah,
Disturbing on so many levels.
it is.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Really
all
is.
you can say.
There's
Wow.
rampant fraud, and it's going to distract us from getting into our firm foundation of what we're here for. But just keep in mind that it's coming, guys. And this is,
And wait, I mean, if you haven't already, wait till you talk to a family who's getting screwed by these banks, who literally, like, they're giving them the runaround and just crazy stuff, and they're taking their house the next day, and
So how come there's less regulatory teeth going after these guys for this kind of stuff?
that's a fair question. And the reason for that is, especially in judicial states, is you have a lot of judges that are sitting on the bench that their retirement, guess where it's put in? It's in Wall Street. It's in these bank stocks, these portfolios. So if these banks take a tank, what happens to their retirement? They're slitting their own throats. I can tell you some stories off camera from an attorney that has taken this all the way to the Supreme Court and what happened to the judge who actually took it to the Supreme Court and ruled in this attorney's favor. Huh?
Lunch story.
Lunch story, guys. Yeah, it's,
So question on the house that we just looked at.
Yeah.
The title. So if it's only showing her right now,
so what we don't have, great question. So what we don't have is county records. So this is where you got to go back and do a grantor grantee search, because there's I guarantee there's a quitclaim deed from him to her, because she's shown up on title. We don't have all the information from First American. They just have transfers from like grant deeds. If there's a quitclaim, which is him giving his interest to her, that's why it's going to show up that way.
okay, like on Property Radar, it shows that $13,500 quitclaim deed family.
Into a joint, correct?
To
To a
joint.
joint account.
So you're saying there's possibly another one where he gives it all to her?
Well, that wasn't a quitclaim. That was actually a grant deed. That's why they paid the taxes on it. That's why it's $13.50, because that was the difference in taxes.
But yeah, he's saying that could be one where he gave it to her after that.
Where it's just a quitclaim only.
Released his interest.
and that wouldn't be in Property Radar.
No.
So the 13,000, that was just the taxes that they paid?
Yeah. Yeah, the transfer to bring her on board. Now it becomes a new cell. It's now,
Okay, so when she,
because they're not married. If they were married, it would have been interspousal, wouldn't have been an issue, because he's adding someone else onto it. It's a new transfer according to county guidelines, so they can go ahead and tax that as a sale.
oh, okay, as a sale.
As a sale, yeah.
At the assessed value?
Yep.
He really wanted to add her, if he's gonna put 13 G's on it.
Well, no, he's just being taxed at that rate.
He must be
Yeah, he's not dishing out 13,000.
So what does that 13,000 mean?
That's just the difference in what he bought it for what they assessed it as.
Oh.
They're
he's
upping
getting
the assessed
additional
value,
13,000.
Yeah.
So that would be.
So if you remember, like this, so it's 5 months later. So if you remember what was happening in 2005, he bought it for 260. 5 months later, oh, this is now worth 275, 273. Yeah, whoop, throws it in there. So the county's gonna get paid. Like, oh, we're gonna get paid on this guy.
They're reassessing.
They're reassessing it at the new value because it's new ownership, is what it is. And
That would have been.
And then if there's a spousal,
spousal doesn't matter. You can take your spouse off as you wish. Interfamily transfer is what it's called.
so you can add her or take her
Is that the
off?
same with the trust?
Same thing as a trust, yeah. No taxes. Yep. All great questions, guys. Cool. All right. So next step on this would be just to call the guy and see what he wants to do with it, or call her and see what she wants to do with it.
Can you do that now?
Sure can. So foreclosure defense is what it's going to be. And we're going to see, and based on what Eric said, it's pretty, the guy's not happy at all, he's not friendly, so he may or may not answer, but let's just go ahead and go with it.
But we want to talk to her though, ultimately.
Um,
Her name is on it.
She's the one that's on title, yeah. And Eric just left. Because I don't have the guy's phone number.
You didn't want to have to leave middle, in midstream.
Yeah, I guess not, huh? So we'll call this guy up. And I'll throw him on speakerphone. You guys can hear what he says. Here I handle it with the guy. Sometimes you strike out. Sometimes you're like, all right, let's make this happen.
Okay, this is not striking out, this is less than one for us.
Of course it is. Yep. Hurry up, Eric.